Probate is something many people dread. It happens during an already stressful time, when a family is forced to make a lot of difficult decisions regarding their loved one's estate. The good news is, if your loved one created estate planning documents, like a will or trust, before they passed away, the probate process can be relatively straightforward. On the other hand, if they waited too long to create these documents, probate may be expensive and complicated. Here's how much probate costs if your loved one had a will, and what you can expect if they did not. Let's start with the best-case scenario. Say your loved one took the time to draw up a will or trust before they died. If they included beneficiary or payable upon death designations in their estate plan, probate may not even be needed. But if they didn't, and they owned real estate or other assets of significant value, you'll need to prepare to go through a probate procedure to divide the inheritance. In Texas, a standard will includes provisions for an independent administration of the estate. This is a simple, low-cost version of probate that makes the process much less stressful for those involved. The cost of an independent administration probate usually ranges from $1,500 to $2,000 in attorney's fees, plus a $480 filing fee. If their estate is complicated, your attorney's fees may be higher, but on average, you can expect to pay around $2,000 minimum in a city like Amarillo, Texas. To put things into perspective, a simple will is unlikely to cost more than $750 per person. Now, what happens if your loved one didn't draw up a will or trust before they died? Just like the first situation, if they owned real estate or other assets of significant value that weren't transferred through beneficiary designations, you'll need to go through administration of the estate to transfer those assets. Unfortunately, in this case, the assets must be transferred under Texas intestate law. Intestate law can create endless complications. The more complicated your situation, the longer probate will take, and the more you'll have to pay. But even in the simplest situation, your family is looking at a minimum of $3,500 to $5,000 in fees and expenses. For more complex estates, the fees and expenses will likely exceed $5,000. You may also need other procedures, like a determination of heirship proceeding and an application for either dependent or independent administration. These can raise the cost even higher. If strict statutory conditions are met, you may be able to take advantage of a simpler and more affordable probate alternative called a small estate affidavit. The attorney's fees for this procedure would range from $1,500 to $2,000 plus a $500 filing fee. The estates where this less expensive procedure can be used, however, are very limited, and you can only use this procedure if all the legal heirs agree on how the estate should move forward. And this isn't touching on the bigger issue with not drawing up a will or trust. Without estate planning, your loved one's estate may be divided up in a way that is not what they would have wanted. This can lead to family disagreements and heartache during an already emotionally difficult time. So how do the two costs compare? If there were a will, you can expect to pay around $2,000 for a very simple estate. But if there wasn't a will, you'll be spending at least $3,500, and your loved one's wishes may not be honored. These are just general ballpark figures for Texas, and the true cost for your situation could run much higher depending on the circumstances. As you can see, drawing up a will is the smart way to handle your estate and a simple way to support your family at a time when you will not otherwise be able to support them. Failing to do your estate planning will only end up costing much more than the cost of a will, and your heirs will have to deal with the payment either out of their own pockets or from the estate if there is enough money left. If you would like to talk about drawing up your estate planning documents, or you need help navigating the Texas probate process for a loved one, call Adair today for a free initial consultation.